All right, guys, I'm out here with Adi. Adi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing all right? Good. And how old are you?
I'm 25.
25.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just driving around, saw you. And what are you up to tonight?
Just hanging out. It's a busy night, so that means groceries, cleaning, checking if I have to work tonight. I work at a environmental cleaning, so I clean houses and
Oh, wow.
lobbies and stuff like that.
Yeah, right on. Well, good. How long you been doing that?
Um, I've been doing this for about 5 years.
Oh, okay. Okay. And so I spoke with you a bit ago. So are you basically out here for the blues?
Um, I smell the blues, I smoke the blues, and then I don't sell the blues because it's illegal, but I try to hit the blues before anybody else. That way they don't pass out, they don't hallucinate, make sure they're doing it right. But nowadays, they know how to do everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Kids.
Um, so since do you come out here often?
Yeah, all day, every day.
Yeah.
Usually my hand is like where the sun hits, so it's like dark as hell. So
Yeah. What's that from?
the sun,
Oh, the sun.
yeah.
Okay. And do you work full time the cleaning place?
Um, I did for a while, but it was like overnight, so I would get off like at 4 in the morning, and that was dangerous for me to get off of work because my boyfriend couldn't pick me up, so I had to like find a way home. And the first night going home was terrible,
Yeah.
and I almost got kidnapped. So
Wow.
by a taxi driver.
By taxi driver. Man. So could you talk a little bit about that?
Sure.
Like how that went?
I didn't. I forgot to take my mom with me. I don't know why I forgot my mom, and I was just so tired that I forgot my phone, my mom, and I gave them the wrong direction. And for some reason, I felt like they knew where I lived, so they ended up taking me home, and we ended up going all the way to Sawarita or something like that.
That's far.
And yeah, and he ended up taking me home to the right direction. I think he was following me all night, and if it wasn't for him, I think I would have been like MIA right now.
Okay.
So in this desert area, it's so easy to get lost, and there's coyotes, there's homeless, there's predators, and you just need to have that, backup, that one person that's gonna do the right thing always.
Be alert.
And it's easy to find out who is and who isn't right for you to take you home.
Yeah. So when I approached you a bit ago, did you get nervous at all?
I always get nervous
Yeah.
because I've had guns pointed at me. I've had guys throw things at me. Um, Now I think twice before getting in, I don't trust anyone. I had my best friends lie to me and like hit me, and that's one thing I don't get is putting your hands on someone who did nothing to you, and you did nothing for me not to like do anything back. So it's important to learn your karate moves, beforehand, and just be aware that 911 is always available, and
Yeah.
they're not bad people. They're just here to make sure you're okay. Sometimes it gets annoying, but
Yeah.
it's when it's more than one time that police come by, it's an alert for for you to like either go home or you know call them.
Yeah. Yeah. They're there when you need them.
Exactly.
And do you work out here as well?
Sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah, when it's a comfortable enough environment, usually during the summer, because it's too hot to be outside, and guys usually say, it's not. We don't have to do anything, but it ends up leading to that situation. You both drink and you both enjoy each other's company, so it leads to one thing to another. And usually I don't get paid because I know them so well, and they're usually single men, so we don't like to disrespect each other. But when it's an emergency, sometimes you gotta ask for that left hand, and
Yeah.
I'm just grateful for everyone that's in my life right now.
Yeah. Good. Good. Yeah. It seems like you're a real good judge of character. You know. So
Yeah, it's not desperate right now. It's not desperate times, but it is desperate for finding your who your friends are. You know.
what kind of scary experiences have you been through out here?
I've had like I've left myself in the desert when police have asked me like multiple times if I needed to ride home, and I said no because I felt like I needed to learn my lesson. So usually we're all pretty grown here. Um, the parents are really good with keeping their children at home, 13 and under. But I was just always the one who was running, you know, and I was never misleading anyone or telling anybody to go with me, run with me. It was always like I always just wanted to make sure I was always prepared for what was next.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just gotta let go of the handle, of the bike, of the phone, and just run.
Yeah. Would you say you're physically dependent on the blues?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and a lot of people hold that against me, and it's traumatizing, and it's a lot of pain because they're not expensive, and I guess sometimes people like misery and they like being down, they like being put down, but I don't. So a job's always good, and sometimes if it's all you have left, it's worth it. It's worth
Yeah.
leaving like your bag, your bike, but not your children, not your family, not your family matters.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the difference between love and drug addiction, and they have nothing to do with each other. So,
Yeah. Do you think you'd be out here if you didn't have the blues in your life?
if I didn't have the pain that I have in my life from beforehand and from now, I think the blues would not be because I would turn them down every time. Even if was in the worst pain of my life, I was just no,
Yeah.
and there's no way because my family said no. But that's why they're so in the head,
Yeah.
because they said no to the help, and God never mentioned anything about denying, cataract arrest, systems to or machines.
Yeah.
So it's like I think the pill's like a machine. Like you're down and the pill just uplifts you and just like kind of like cocaine. Like I don't see the difference, and as long as you can handle it and you can still be good, then you should be good.
Yeah. What's been the worst day of your life since you've been out here?
Worst day of my life is being high enough to know better. Like, oh dang, like I shouldn't have came out to life today, and someone like whispering in your ear, you might as well be the devil if you're gonna like judge me on the character that I'm being today,
Yeah.
because you obviously followed me enough to to get to that point to where you're like right in front of me, you're just judging me, and a lack of character means like a lack of trust. So my lack of character would not be being hallucinating or being on too many drugs. It would be having you looking at me not saying anything back to you, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
for judging me. That's what it usually leads to, and it's like it's usually when I'm just being me,
Yeah.
and it's like it's my exit strategy. Usually the drugs exit me out to that fake world, and it's like reality is the drug world, like
Yeah.
they're still there and you're not there, and they're gonna follow you, and the car's parked. So who's moving the drugs like to lead you to a bad situation?
Yeah. How was life like for you growing up?
It was easy.
Yeah.
Work and home and school was always right there around the corner, and I think that's what set me off the most is I hated my parents being so nosy, and when it was time to be upfront to others, they weren't like socially there. So it was usually
Yeah.
me standing up to 44-year-old men or high school bullies, and I was like in kinder, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then like they had no idea like of what I was really going through. But now they see me and they're like, wow, like she's one of us, she's even better than us because she's still talking to us, she forgave us, and God sees her in God sees her and himself by putting us right in front of her and being like,
Yeah.
the Bible, I'm not unaware of the Bible situation. So it's like, I think my parents are proud of me. And yeah, the situations I'm in, it's for a reason. But everyday life is everyday life. It's just, you can't question it. It's just there. It's here, and well, it's not what we go through, it's what we see that puts us like in a situation of, well, okay, I'm gonna go through life and I'm not gonna judge you, and I'm gonna go and be with you or
Are you still
not be
close
with
to
you.
family?
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people have passed away, but I feel like I still see them in my dreams and my future life ahead of me.
Yeah.
So if I were to be dead, I wouldn't tell nobody because I would keep my family so close to me. My deceased family so close to me that I would keep them a secret, to where the living wouldn't be able to hear them, see them, because they're just so honest and so humble, and they're angels, to me, and I wouldn't want anything to happen to them. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And how long you been on the blues now?
for about, I would say, since I've been out of jail, since a year, almost 2 years.
Okay. What'd you go to jail for?
Um, I went to jail for domestic violence,
Okay.
probation violation, um, stealing, broken glass, smoking in public, um, drinking in public, acting crazy in public. It's always like it was always like a week worth of time, but I don't remember that time. So it was must have
Yeah.
been like having friends doing that my time, or me just like doing the time and like not knowing, thinking
Yeah.
I was in my house. But yeah, it's sometimes you gotta let the drugs in, to wake you up,
Yeah.
to make you know who you are. I mean, you have to have the mirror right in front of you, or the camera, or the other side of you, that's like good, you're good, not like, holy shit, like, let's do that again, and then skip the part where you're like, what did we just do? You gotta know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You gotta level yourself and know that you did it because you wanted to. And what are you feeling now because of it?
What do you like the most out of the blues?
The touchy feeling that I used to have when I used to go to sleep with my parents. It was like I felt like everything was okay, and the feeling lasts about like a day or two, and it's like, I don't know. It helps my muscles, and it helps me pretend that I'm aware of my anxiety, and I pretend that I'm not gonna feel this pain in my bones anymore, and then
Yeah.
it comes again after a couple of days, and it's like all over again.
Yeah.
Mission and some, just to be feeling okay.
Yeah. And two more questions. What do you think your future looks like?
I think my future is pretty nice because I look around me and I see new people, and they're just messing with me. They're just trying to have fun, and I'm just like
Yeah.
tired, and I'm like, I already like woke up late, and I keep going to the party late, and everybody keeps like waking me up late, and I'm like, oh, you guys keep waking me up after the party, after the fact.
Yeah.
Like, what did I do, to deserve this type? But they're like, what are you talking about, like,
Yeah.
but they don't know that I'm the life of the party, so
Yeah.
just keep that in mind.
You like it out here?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Seems like you enjoy the sense of freedom. There's a lot of freedom out here.
Mhm.
And last question, if any family or friends see this interview, do you have a message for them?
Um, yeah, I just want to let them know that I miss them, and that I hope that one day we get to see each other, with drinks in our hands, and our dreams, our demands coming true to life all at once, because it looks like we're all just on the same boat, and like we're all continuing our freedom one at a time. But God's gonna like just do perfect timing for all of us, and not just some of us,
Yeah.
because we all deserve it, no matter what mind we're in.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you for your story.
Yeah, anytime.